I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is the Executive Director of Peak Asset Management, Niv Dagan. Niv, it is great to speak with you. How are you?
Thanks, Shae. Thanks for having me this morning.
I'm thrilled to have you because what a way to end 2024 and start 2025. Let's talk about the markets this year. I mean, we've seen gold hit all-time highs. We've seen copper struggle to break out above $5 per pound. And on the back of that, we've seen junior mining companies struggle to get momentum. Tell me, what's your view? It's probably a bit unfair to ask you to do this in a short period of time, but what's your view on the markets for 2024?
Look, it's been a volatile year. I mean, obviously, we've seen interest rates were expected to be cut. We saw a lot of geopolitical issues, Middle East and Russia, Ukraine, and supply disruptions. We saw obviously the whole Trump leading era and what occurred there. So, 2025 poses to be a very volatile year. But look, it has been, as you mentioned, all about gold. It's been about silver, and it's been a bit about antimony as well. And really, those production cuts coming out of China overall.
Looking at some of the companies under the banner of Peak Asset Management, which ones have performed more strongly than others?
Yeah, look, we've had a company called Patagonia Lithium. We're the number one shareholders. They're essentially picking up a lithium brine project in Argentina. We've introduced them a 19.9% shareholder just most recently out of Integra. That's a very wealthy Brazilian family, and they just closed a round at 10 cents per share. We're really looking forward to the mineral resource estimate. We're hoping it's above 1 million LCE. And just today, Shae, we saw some positive activity in the lithium market with Patriot Metals received a $65 million investment from Volkswagen. So, look, there is some light in the end of the tunnel for those lithium punters out there. And look, we're really excited about Patagonia Lithium overall. Another one of our portfolio companies has been a company called Metals Australia. They've got a suite of portfolio companies in Canada and Australia. They're currently drilling for graphite, but also they've got a gold project they're doing some trenching work on. So we're keeping a very close eye on that. And the other one is Tennant Minerals, TMS. They've got a project, Bluebird in Northern Territory. Huge amount of investor interest right now with consolidation happening around Tennant Creek. So that's definitely an area that we're keeping an eye on, but that's copper and gold in Australia.
I'm going to tug on a thread in something that you just mentioned there, and I wonder if this speaks to your overall investing approach. But you talk about being a number one shareholder in a lithium company and then having a stake in a graphite company. Now, let's be honest, these have not been popular resources this year. Why has your company taken, I guess, what is a contrarian view on these companies?
Yeah, I think you need to be essentially pragmatic about it, Chase. So the opportunity here is, as you mentioned initially, a lot of these small caps have really found it difficult, and the key is really finding a few key things, but also strong balance sheet. I mean, Metals Australia, for example, has got about $16 million in cash, and the market cap's only about $20 million. It's really trading at shell value if you look at the enterprise value. So the market right now isn't valuing the current project. Similar to Patagonia Lithium, we feel it's around a $5 million market cap. We are looking for that cyclical change with lithium in 2025. Everyone's been so bearish, cutting production. Everyone's talking that lithium is down the barrel, but really you are looking for value. And we see graphite, copper, and lithium as really potentially a strong barometer for 2025.
All right, well, I'm so glad you've taken me to 2025. First of all, before we get into commodities you might be interested, let's focus on the macro. Do you have a view at what might impact markets in 2025?
Look, there's definitely some volatility coming through. I mean, the US Fed just most recently, the market's expected 4 rate cuts in 2025. The Fed came out saying there's only going to be 2. So the Dow Jones has fallen 10 consecutive days in a row as we talk. Which is spooking a little bit of investors. But it is all about Trump, we feel, and really that gravitation towards make America great again. So those companies with US assets, with strong balance sheets, will be rewarded, we feel, in 2025 because the Trump administration really is propelling more investment into America. So Nevada, Utah, California, those, sort of oil and gas, even mining, uranium companies, that do have a presence in America, we feel will outperform. Where commodities such as those that are impacted by tariffs and price wars, there will be a lot of headlines leading into as soon as Trump's inauguration in 20th of January. So we are expecting volatility overall, but we do feel that hopefully things do settle down and commodities will outperform again.
And I know what every mining investor wants to know is what commodities will be on your radar in 2025.
Yeah, so 2024, as you mentioned, was all about gold, all about silver, and all about antimony. Look, we believe in 2025, gold potentially could continue to shine. I mean, the interest rates won't fall as quickly, which means inflation will still become a bit of an issue, and volatility always gravitates towards gold and silver. So we think those two will continue to shine. Copper's been interesting. I mean, it really comes down to China and those price wars with the US, and really comes down to whether they can really propel that property market and whether we can see additional Chinese stimulus propel the market higher. So copper is one that we're keeping a very close eye on. As I mentioned, in lithium has been really, I mean, down significantly, over 60% year on year. We are expecting some of the miners to stop production, which we've seen already right now. And as demand starts to pick up with EVs, with essentially additional power, with data centers, the whole AI revolution, I mean, base metals are really strongly positioned, especially if you're a lithium miner or producer in the US or even in Argentina and South America.
Listen, Niv, thank you so much for jumping on the mic with me today. This has been a fantastic conversation, and I look forward to more of these with you in 2025.
Shae, thanks for having me.